Guys, Article 13, if it gets passed, is going to mean really bad things for this platform and for EU creators like PewDiePie. Not only is YouTube going to block content for viewers in the EU, but they are also going to block EU creators from uploading videos unless they can specifically prove that all the content in the video belongs to them. I'm going to give you an update on this very important story here for you on IO. What is good? This is InformOverload. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Thank you so much for tuning into another video, and if this is your first time watching IO, hey! Welcome. How you doing? Listen, you probably clicked on this video because you're interested in YouTube and YouTube news, and on this channel we post one story on either YouTube creators or the platform itself at least once a day. So why don't you hit that subscribe button for more news stories that are actually relevant to you? And while you're down there, why don't you smash that notification bell too, huh? Do it because I'm cute. So a few weeks ago, MEPs voted to pass new copyright rules that will effectively ruin the internet, YouTube, and put EU creators out of business. Essentially, this law puts the responsibility on the platform, where the platform has to integrate upload filters that will scan content to make sure it doesn't breach copyright. They say that these new rules could pay out musicians, filmmakers, and publishers billions of dollars in payouts for their copyrighted material. As an artist, I'm kinda torn because believe me, I know how much it sucks to not get paid for my work, and then I see it featured in newspapers or in videos or in songs, but at the same time I can't be mad about it because I am getting exposure as well. Sure, it would be nice to get a couple dollars here and there, but I completely understand that it's next to impossible to police every single person that uses my image, song, or anything like that. Most of you are aware that YouTube already has an upload filter that scans content. And do you guys know how much that filter costs? $100 million, and YouTube still puts money into it consistently to make it better, to make it more accurate. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki has finally spoken out about what the passing of Article 13 could do to YouTube, and it doesn't look good. Susan has said that the legislation will harm creative industries, and it's also it's unrealistic. Copyright's this really tricky thing. Artists who collaborate can battle over who really owns the rights to specific artwork. For example, let's say you have a falling out with your band, and let's say the drummer came up with the drum line for a song that you wrote together. That drummer can say that they part own the song that you and them wrote together, and you can't sell the song to anyone, even though you might have written the melody and the real core part of the song. Imposing this kind of copyright legislation on platforms like YouTube will make it extremely difficult for that platform to determine who owns a specific piece of artwork. Not only that, but YouTube pays out a lot of money to copyright holders already, $2.5 billion to date. It's not like there's nothing in place already to protect artists from copyright infringement. Susan said, platforms that follow these rules and make a good effort to help rights holders identify their content shouldn't be held directly liable for every single piece of content that a user uploads. In an opinion piece in the Financial Times, Susan also said the following: it's impossible to expect the open platforms that host this content to make the correct rights decision. Susan Wojcicki has urged politicians to rethink the copyright law because it means that EU citizens will not be able to access the content that they have already watched 90 billion times in the last month alone. It directly affects creators like PewDiePie, musicians like Ed Sheeran and Dua Lipa who have posted their content to YouTube and gotten huge followings because of it. There are 35 million channels based in the EU that could be at risk. The laws still need to go through one final vote in January. Guys, this is so important if you want to save the internet and the platform that we love, the platform that pays our bills and pays the bills of your favorite creators and connects you to your favorite creators. Contact your MEPs and tell them that Article 11 and Article 13 just aren't realistic. Tell them how much it will hurt you, tell them how much it will hurt the people that you love. Obviously, the laws need to be rewritten in such a way that it doesn't hurt the very industries that the EU is trying to protect. That is all I have for you on this. I'm going to respond to some of our comments on the last video on Article 13. Spirit Pet Shop said, I'm Canadian so I'm safe. Actually, if you're a creator outside the EU, all EU users could be blocked from watching your videos. It would mean terrible things for IO because we're a channel with a huge chunk of subscribers from the UK and from the EU. Avocado Basic Cucumber said, I now have no problem with the UK leaving the EU. Yeah, I mean the UK is supposed to leave the EU in March, but the legislation would go into effect before then. Ty said, I cannot live without YouTube. Dude, tell me about it. I got bills to pay and you don't even want to know how much my acting classes cost because it's a lot. Gaming Expert said, if this happens, what will the people in the EU do with their free time? I don't know. Read? Oh god, not reading. Votrix said, wait, will a VPN help? I feel like it might. I'm not sure, it might get kind of tricky when VPNs are involved, so maybe we will do a follow-up video on that. So stay tuned. We have come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for spending a few of your valuable minutes with us. We really appreciate it. If you like this video, you will love this playlist that's floating on your screen right now. And turn on the bell so you can get regular news updates and so I can see you in the new IOV. Oh, what the f? And turn on that bell icon so you can get regular news updates and so I can see you in the next IO video.